Hello, hello, crafty friends. I'm back with some more KSCRAFT project shares for you. I have been a guest designer this month, the month of March, for KSCRAFT, and I had an absolute blast creating with these amazing cutting dies, and I'm here to share the rest of them with you. Right in front of me, my most favorite die, I think, from this release was this one, and this is the 3D book box with drawer, and I've been playing with Maggie Holmes Garden Party and loving it all over again. So a lot of these projects will be using that collection. I did mix in a few other things because I'm also doing a little Easter swap with someone. So anyway, let me just show you what I did here. I did share a lot of these projects on Instagram, but this is so fabulous. It's huge. It's absolutely perfect, and it comes with this frame to make a shaker for the top of it, and this drawer that you can make. And I've filled mine with her butterflies from this collection, the layered butterflies. I made a whole bunch in layered butterflies from this Maggie Holmes collection, and put my rolled flowers in the center. And this is something I'm going to be gifting someone, so I think that's a really nice surprise. This book box was a little bit challenging on this curved edge, so I have a small tip for you. I found, as I think a couple of other people did as well, that you should not try to use 110-pound cardstock for the piece that cuts the spine. It's just very difficult to keep it curled enough or curved enough to get the tabs to stick. So I think if I had just used patterned paper, or maybe taken it down to 80 or even 65, it would have been a lot easier. But I did get it to stick, and I think it actually looks pretty decent. So, so this is my book box, and I'm so happy with the way it turned out. I was excited to make it a shaker and to be able to utilize that layered butterfly here, as well as this sentiment memories that comes with the die set. So that I think is going to be my most favorite thing from the March release, is the book box. I did in my last video for KSCRAFT share a couple of things that I made. One was not finished, and this is the 3D tall market stand. I did go ahead and decorate it, again, all Maggie Holmes papers. So I used like a little Maggie Holmes vibe on this, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. This is mine. I'm not giving this away. It's going to be on my desk, and I think I'm going to put like rosettes and whatnot in it. It came with this cute little shopping bag die that you could make. I just think these are adorable. I see myself maybe using a micro punch and putting little handles on these, but I did cut out a few of these. Super, super cute. So that's that 3D market stand. Really simple to put together. Oops, my little bow just fell off. Yes, we can fix that. That's the 3D market stand. Really cute, love that. Next one that I am absolutely obsessed with. I happen to love oval-shaped anything. So this was the Elegant Oval Frame cutting die, and you can make it a shaker, which I did. I layered it up on 5mm foam and used a Garden Party sequin mix for it, and then just layered it all up with some ephemera from the collection, a butterfly that I created, actually not from this month's butterfly die set, but another one from KSCRAFT. I made my own ruffle here, and this sentiment hello is from a Spring Words set from KSCRAFT from last spring. So I really love how this turns out. I just absolutely love this die. This I see myself getting a lot of use out of. And I just think it's really pretty. You put this on a card, or even on the front of a mini album, or even the front of that book box, which I think that would look really great. So that's what I made with that die. Another picture frame cutting die that was in this month's set was the rectangular picture frame, the A2 size. I used it to make a card. I made a whole bunch of cards, actually. A couple I've already sent out. This one is an Easter card for a small Easter swap that I'm in, which I am using a mix of Maggie Holmes and another spring collection. But this is another KSCRAFT cutting die. It is the Shaker Bunny Memory Decks, and this is actually the negative, so don't throw anything away. I actually use this negative every time I cut it because it is just too cute. And so I cut that out of like a flocked cardstock, which you probably can't tell in the video, but it lends a little bit of texture. And there you go, instant card. You just layer some things up and there you go. So that's how I use that large rectangular picture frame, the A2 size. It also came with a smaller picture frame that you could make, if you can see it in here, that you can make some embellishments out of, and I did just that, and I popped them up on a rosette. So I did this with the Maggie Holmes collection, just all layered up. So there's the picture frame in the background. I cut in a shiny gold cardstock, and there is a layering piece that you probably can't see because I've covered it up, which I layered with foam, and I used a piece of paper from the collection, and then just put a little layered butterfly. This is from the branch cutting die set that also came out in March, and I love this one. It's just so delicate and frilly, and it just adds something. I think it's an absolute essential for the craft room. So pretty. So that's one, and then I made another one. This one I put a little sparkly tulle behind, and again, just using puppy stickers and ephemera from the collection and my own butterfly punch. And this is the butterfly body from that layered butterfly that came out in March release. So that was how I used the rectangular picture frame. Not sure if I shared the Ladybug mini album in my last video, but I'll show you really quick. This is a really fun cutting die. Love, love, love this. You can make it a shaker, or you don't have to make it a shaker, and the wings are optional. I cut my wings out of vellum, and I actually cut them in half because I didn't want to cover up all the shaker bits. So I took, this is the wings. Oh, here's the wings. And I cut them. And then I just stuck them on and pulled them away a little bit so that you could see them, and curled them just a little bit. This is a Maggie Holmes vellum that I used. This is all Maggie Holmes paper. So I did not make a mini album out of it, and this is not even a card. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but I do think she turned out really sweet. I put my own rolled flowers on there. This is an older KSCRAFT cutting die, as well as the leaf. But I just love her. She's so, so cute. So that's that one. I may have shared that already. I'm not sure. The nesting peep set I used in a different paper collection. This is not Maggie Holmes. I made like a little shabby chic boho style peep, and instead of making a box out of her, which is what the die set was intended for, I made kind of like a little standing container for my shabby chic peep tag flip. I used the box cutting strip to create this little peep box. It was super simple. Literally just scored it in 2 places and wrapped it up the sides. And added this little piece of trim, which came in another KSCRAFT die set. This was part of the craft tote, I believe. And I gave her some little feet so she would stand. And I put little diamond dots all over her flowers. I don't know if you can see that, just to give her a little sparkle and shine. So that's just another way you can use the nesting peep die set. I love peeps, so cute. And these I just made 4 in some real shabby chic floral patterned paper. And I haven't done anything with them yet, but I will. I think they're so cute. I also made a stuffed peep from the nesting peep die set, and she turned out okay. This was the first time I attempted to do this. I see people doing this, cutting them out of felt and sewing them. I can sew, but this is not a good indication of my sewing ability. And I just kind of dressed her up in this little piece of ruffled gingham. Lost her pearls because I didn't glue those on. Wasn't sure if I liked them. And gave her a little bow in her hair. So this is cute. This is going to be part of my little Easter swap I'm doing with someone, which I'll show you real quick, because this is also a KSCRAFT cutting die. I made a little Easter basket in a Maggie Holmes paper. Put a little organza bow on the front with a bunny cabochon, and I made her a pennant with this bunny head pick inside the straw. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. And this is also a KSCRAFT banner that I'm using here, and just layered it all up with the word hello, and put some trim on it. And I made her a couple of other things too. This is also a KSCRAFT from another release die set. It's the paperclip shaker flower set, and I can link all these things in the description, but I made it into a card and stuck this tassel on here that I did not make, and a little tiny butterfly. I love this. I just think it's so sweet. And this paper is not Maggie Holmes. This is a Bo Bunny piece of paper with the bunnies. Oh, and here's the shaker that I took the negative from to make that card. So this is KSCRAFT. Sorry about the packaging. Love this. Bunny shaker memory decks. So I put a little Easter egg on it. The words Happy Easter come with this set. This is that flocked cardstock again. Just put a little sequin mix in there. Used a glittery paper for the inside of the ears. This is part of the branch cutting die set that was released in March. These little frilly greenery. I love it. It's so delicate. And then I just put my maker's mark on the back. So that's my little Easter swap I'm doing with somebody. I also made her a little, they called it a folio, but it's pretty big for a folio, following a tutorial from Let's Get Scrappy. But I used a die from this month's set inside. This is all Maggie Holmes papers again. So this is, I like how this turned out. This is lightly embellished so that the recipient can make it a mini album or whatever they're going to do. So one of the die sets this month that was released was the folio die set, and I used some of the dies to make this little waterfall here. I thought that was a clever idea. I guess you could do that in a folio as well, but I had already had this made for this swap. It was a requirement, so I I just thought I would zhuzh it up with those. I think that turned out cute. I stitched it. I'll show you how I did that. This is the folio die set. This is super useful. There's so many different ways you could use this die set. I'm thinking cards, envelopes, a folio. You could use it in your mini albums like I just did. And of course I can't get this open. Anyway, they have a really pretty scallop. Oh, for goodness sakes. Really pretty scallop piece. And I just cut it a few times. All right, well, you get the idea here. All right, you're going to have to just get the idea because I can't get it out of the bag. So I cut the scallop piece a few times and then just took a little 1/2 inch off, you know, and to make that waterfall effect. But let me show you the folio I made. I did also make a folio with that cutting die. And that's how this turned out. I tied it with some ribbon. That's seam binding actually. And this is not Maggie Holmes. This is a Minte collection, Joy of Life, and Spring is Here. I combined two. So this is how I did that. I just made it open to the left. I did magnetize this. This was really easy to put together, I might add. I do have a little tip I'm going to share with you in a minute when I finish opening this. So here's that scallop thing I made the waterfall out of. And I magnetized that so that I could have a little pocket here for some cut aparts. And then here's another scallop. This one I'm using as a tuck spot that came with it. But there are endless possibilities with this die set. You know, you could do the waterfall effect. You could, you know, you could have it open differently than I do. They're absolutely endless opportunities to use this and make it your own. Now, this die set comes with these hinges, which you cut to hold together the pieces of paper. So I actually started with a 12 by 12 piece of paper that I cut down to two 6 by 12 inch pieces of paper, and I just, scored it at 4 inches so that I wouldn't have to hinge them together. Problem with that is that you do run out of a little room and you have to keep things flat. If you use the hinges that the die set came from, I would suggest giving yourself a little space when you put them together so that you can, you know, get a little bulk in there, so to speak. Here's one that's cut. So you would, this is scored, you fold it in half, and then when you put the two pieces of the two things on, you leave yourself a little room. Don't go all the way to the crease because you want to have a little room to layer up your papers, maybe add a pocket or the waterfall effect. So that's my tip on using that one, because this was a little bit of a squeeze. I'm just not good at flat. That's really my problem. So anyway, that was what I did with that die set. And I'm very happy with how that turned out. Super cute. Okay, since my camera already showed you, I did make the 3D birdcage box, and I made 2 of them. The first one I struggled with, and the second one I think turned out a lot better. I'm going to pull this back so we can see it. This one is made out of that same Minte collection, Joy of Life. And I think it turned out okay. I mean, I think I struggled with the whole circular thing. By the second one, it was a little easier, I will have to say. But this is like a super easy die set. There's literally 3 pieces. Let me grab it. It's just me and the rounded parts. So it's literally just 2 pieces and then the round bottom. And you have to, you know, put the tabs around the bottom, and then you close the top up last. It creates little holes, and you just pull them together, and I wanted something to hang it with, so I put like a ring on each side and used, thread in between. And I think it turned out pretty cute. I just feel like it's a little wonky, and that's me. That's my hang-ups. So I do like it though. Anyway, here's my first one, and I haven't decorated it because it's wonky. You'll see. It's wonky. Yep. And I did have this great idea to put a little, like a bird swing inside, so I made it out of this piece of straw, gold straw, and I hung it from the top ring that I put in there, and I think it's a clever idea, just poorly executed. And in order to put that in there, instead of making the solid back, I used the two pieces that had the door opening in it, just so that I could get my fingers in there, because that was tedious. But anyway, so that was my 3D bird cage. And what else did I have to share with you? Oh, my paintbrushes. So I was scared of this die set because there were so many little pieces, but as I found out, it was really easy to put together, and oh my gosh, I love the way these turned out. So this die set came with the 2 sizes. I only made the large ones right here, or the only ones I'm showing you are the large ones. But I made 2, and I am giving these to someone in a one-on-one swap, and I also made her a plain one. So I cut them out of paper. This one I actually embossed with a wood grain embossing folder on a piece of wood like paper, and I used foam to pop up the little metal part here and the end of the handle, and I used flat back pearls. So this I'm giving to her so she could decorate, and also giving her 2 decorated ones, and I just love them. So I think I'm gonna hang like a little dangle or something from this before I send it off, but I just had fun layering up with flowers and some ephemera. Again, endless possibilities here. I used some of the branch plate. It does come with a bunch of little tiny branches and flowers that you can use. I had a good stash of pre-made flowers though, and in the essence of time, I just used what I had on hand. So, but I'm very happy with how these turned out. So, was scared of it, but I think they turned out cute. What else did I make? More of the, I made more cards for my partner to decorate with the A2 square or rectangular frame, excuse me. And so she'll be able to decorate those. Again, these are Maggie Holmes themed. And yeah, I want to share with you another thing I'm sending for my Easter swap, because they are all KSCRAFT cutting dies as well. So this is the KSCRAFT Easter egg mini album. It's a really good size, and I'm using it kind of as like a tag flip embellishment holder. The top one I just decorated with a sticker pack that I got at Hobby Lobby for Easter. I did a little stitching and just had some fun with the different papers from Garden Party. And then I made her a whole bunch of peep shakers, which I think are adorable, in the typical peep colors. This is a die set that I think was released last year, KSCRAFT, and I think this is the large size peep, shaker peep. So she's gonna get 4 of those. Put a little flower. I just tried to make each one a little different. Super cute. This is my favorite pattern paper from this collection. So pretty. What else did I? Oh my goodness, I left one blank. I'm gonna have to put something on there. Didn't realize that. I'm giving her some rosettes and some bows. This is the bow from the March release. I just didn't do the overlay. It's like a little polka dotted overlay. So these little bows are all from this month's release. And then I'm giving her, oh, there's one I did do with the polka dots. More butterflies. So that is, and I made her this fun bunny head tassel. That is all I had to share. Yeah, that is it. That's all I had to share. So thank you so much for joining me, and it is the end of March already. There will be a new release any day. If you haven't seen it already, Hannah has a video up with a sneak peek, and by the time this video gets posted, it may already be for sale on AliExpress. Really fun themes. It has some girly stuff, and also cowgirl stuff. So it's going to be a really fun release. So look for some more videos with some KSCRAFT April release project shares. Thanks for joining me.